Oh yeah, we back, yeah. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about how to find strength. I'm going to bring my laptop over here. How to find strength when everything feels heavy. Now, I don't know about you guys. When life feels overwhelming and heavy and just downright freaking tedious, I used to completely shut down, and maybe this was like my depression, I don't know what it was. I would just curl up into a ball, lay in my bed, and I wouldn't come out for hours. Like, no one would see me, and I'd go like in and out of sleep because I would be physically tired as well as mentally tired, and I would just feel like there's like no point to life anymore. I'd just be so overwhelmed. I'd be like, fuck it all, I don't want to talk to no one look at me, don't breathe near me, go away. And this one's going to be a short video because these are very like to the point, and I want to make sure that I'm talking very clearly and articulating this very well. And I hope this resonates with you, because I know for a fact that when I was in this space, and I do from time to time go into this space as well, by the way, I'm not like perfect and I'm amazing, I'm teaching you everything that I know because life is perfect for me. It's not how it works. But right now I'm in a good place. I feel like I can say this without being a hypocrite. I know that when I was in this space, when things were so heavy and I could not find my own inner strength, I think a lot of people, we would deal with this in a very unhealthy way. So for me, it was shutting down. Some people, it's turning to food and like emotionally eating. For some people, it's going aggressive in the gym and to kind of like numb themselves, running. For some people, it's relationship hopping from one relationship to another because you don't want to be by yourself, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like everyone deals with feeling overwhelmed and heavy and lost in life in their own way, and there is no right way to do it. But I'm going to go through things that have worked, and I'm praying that this works for you as well, because why not share the knowledge? Don't gatekeep, as they say. Oh, look at me using millennial language. Anyway, I've got my laptop and I've got four very simple points, and I'm pretty sure there's more, but these are like the main ones that work for me, and these are also the most prominent in my life right now that I believe have enabled me to get to the place where I am right now. So anyway, enough hesitation and umming and ahhing, let's get into it. First one, God. Gang, you already know we representing God in this place. I am a strong believer in God. I don't identify as a Christian, I don't label myself as a Christian, but I am definitely a woman of faith. I believe heavily in God, in Christ. I'm reading the Bible at the moment, and for me it is a grounding tool. Now, I always have moments where I'm like, is God even real? Am I real? What am I? Who am I? Where am I? Why am I? And I think people can definitely relate to that. I don't think a relationship with God is always like a one size fits all. So, and I don't think it's linear either. I don't think it's like you acknowledge God's exist and then it's like now you just believe in everything that he says and does and and it's perfect. Oh my God. I think it's going to be very like, is he there? I don't know. Is he there? I don't know. Is he there? Yeah, he is. Of course he's not. No, he's not. Oh my God. So anyway, for me, how I find strength when things in life are heavy is I give it to God. I pray. Sometimes I rant. Like, by the way, and you can skip this part if you're not religious or don't believe in God in any way. But for me, I definitely believe it will be helpful for you to acknowledge that you do not have to speak to God in a perfectly formulated poem. Like, that's what so I used to believe that when I speak to God, it has to be like, dear Father God, thank you for, like, sometimes you can speak to God and be like, do you know what, I don't understand why this bitch did this. Okay, maybe not swear, but you can say like, I don't understand why this happened, or I don't understand why this is going on. Like, what's the point in this? Why are you putting me through this right now? Like, what do you want me to learn from this? Like, you can genuinely rant to God. You can talk to him like you would talk to a friend, because he is a friend. He's your father and he's your friend. You can speak to him in unformatted way. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? It doesn't have to be like, dear Lord, thank you for, like, sometimes I don't say thank you. Sometimes I'm like, what is going on? Why do I keep hitting the mic? Sometimes I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening right now in the world? What is happening in this relationship? Like, why is this person doing this to me? Do I need to let this person go? Are you trying to tell me something here? Like, what is going on? Sometimes I just speak to God and I'm just like, ah! And I feel like that is the healthiest way to speak to him, because you want to have an authentic conversation. So don't feel like you have to be prim and proper when you're approaching God. He doesn't care. Just come as you are. Like, that's genuinely what he wants. Doesn't want you to come perfectly made and, you know, just amazing. Like, no one's perfect. He's perfect. That's it. Us, all we can do is try our best. So, you know, like, he doesn't want you to come like prim and proper and amazing and, you know, tip top shape. Like, he doesn't care. Just show up as you are. And he'll do the rest. Like, he'll take the scraps, he'll take the broken part of you. He loves you broken, so come as you are. So that is one thing for me, God. The second thing that works for me is support systems. So leaning on my family, my friends, the people that I love and trust and respect. When things feel heavy, like, for me, they are definitely a grounding tool for me. And it's not always like, this is what I'm experiencing right now, can you fix it? Sometimes it's just like, do you want to go to the cinema? Do you want to go for a walk? Should we go to the movie, that's thing that we wanted to see? Should we go to the exhibition that we wanted to go to? Should we go for dinner? Should we go for a drink? Sometimes it's just being in the presence of people that feel light to you when things feel heavy in your life can counteract that heaviness, that burden that you're feeling, that stress that you're feeling. Sometimes just being in people's presence can doing that, changing your environment, getting into spaces with people that love you, that want to pour into you in the best way possible. Sometimes that can do enough. Like, that can fix a lot of my problems. Sometimes it's just a girls' night. So that is another thing. Support systems, resilience. So I said, okay, I don't know how to explain this. Finding your resilience when things are heavy and things are difficult. Sometimes I just sit still and I'm like, you're actually stronger than you think. So when I said that your resilience, it's more just acknowledging that you are actually more resilient than you're giving yourself credit for. You've gone through, you've survived. I hate this, but it's so fucking true. You have genuinely survived 100% of the days behind you. Can we just acknowledge that for a second? You have survived 100%, not 50%, not 25%, 100% of the days that have just gone past you. You've survived them up until today. Why on earth do you feel like all of a sudden now you can't continue? Like, you can't keep pushing through. You can't keep going. You've survived everything else. Of course you can keep fucking going. Why are you going to stop now? What is so special about this particular occasion? What is so special about this particular situation that makes you feel like you can't go through this? It might be the worst thing you've ever experienced. Maybe it's the most tough and challenging moment in your life, but you can still get through it. You can still do it because you've always done it. You've always pushed through. You've always, whether it was by fucking hook and crook, nail and teeth, you've always managed to get from one side to the other. So why would you not on this occasion? So sometimes it's just actually acknowledging your own fucking resilience. Sometimes it's not I'm always turning to God, but sometimes it's not always looking for someone else to fix your problem. Sometimes it's not going to your support system. Sometimes it's just acknowledging that you are more than enough to get through this particular moment in time. So that's another thing. And then hobbies. So how do I find strength when everything feels heavy? I focus on things that bring me joy, that make me feel happy and light, and things that just make me feel good about myself or good in the moment. So if you love trampolining, this is random, but I actually genuinely like trampolining. I love going to like trampoline places with my nieces. It's just vibes. But If you like trampolining, go trampolining. If your hobby is sewing, get to sewing, babe. If your hobby is, I have these like dragon eggs that I make, like little tiny dragon eggs, and I haven't made them for a while, but when I was making them, my god, did I feel good about my life. So it's like sometimes it's just honing in on the things that make you feel good. Like it doesn't have to be deep, it doesn't have to be, you know, this extraterrestrial crazy big heavy thing. Like you're already feeling heavy, you're already feeling overwhelmed and a bit shitty about your life. So how about you pour into things that just make you feel good, whether that is dancing, whether that is going to the gym more, whether that is, I don't know, whatever your hobby is, stitching things, crocheting, I don't know, other hobbies, horse riding, whatever your hobby is, pour into that. Allow that to be your safe space, your change of environment. Go to a coffee shop with your crochet needles and get some stuff done. Put your phone on silent and just give yourself 1 whole hour, 2 whole hours, or even a day if you've got the privilege of just pouring into yourself, doing things that make you happy. And what I would also recommend is scheduling time for all of these things. So scheduling time for God, scheduling time for family and friends, and being with your support system, scheduling time to acknowledge your resilience, and that can be the meditation session that's 5 minutes in the morning, by the way, and scheduling time to pour into your hobbies. If you schedule those in, sprinkle them out throughout your week, throughout your month, throughout your day, you'll be surprised at how effective those collective things can work in your favor. Like they could help you not get to the point where you're feeling overwhelmed, not get to the point where your life feels like it's completely falling apart and it's too heavy, and then you have to turn to those things as like a, you know, to a quick fix. Why don't you put them in to avoid getting to that place in the first place? Right? So you want to be reactive. So you want to basically set yourself up for the best life possible, and you do that by acknowledging what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what makes you feel good. Why do I keep hitting this mic? Get down. You want to just do that, and then before you know it, life's all rainbows. I'm kidding. Psych. But you have a way of managing stress and overwhelm in a healthy way, and you're also likely to not have to experience it so drastically and so fast and aggressively when you sprinkle good things throughout your week, your day, and your life. So I hope this helps someone, and until next time, I keep pushing up my glasses. They're getting a bit like dirty now, and the thing is, I cleaned them before I put them on. And I haven't touched the actual lens, so I don't know why they're dirty again. But anyway, it's not what you're here for. Besitos!